Humbuckler, Madlink, John Dog.
Two of them gang me boy.
Back, no package. No more package now.
Get in the pack. Somebody shooting at me over here. Somebody shooting.
Right, stick at it, guys. Just have fun and kill a few people. Got one that's already been spawn killed. They're having to resort to cheating. It shows that we're doing our jobs right.
Yo, Madlink, cock gun in a dog. I want me get better everything. Everything done, dog. I want me get dog. Me then I mid dog. Me then I AP them soldier around me.
Like what?
Keep your heads up, everyone. Severely outnumbering us, yet they're still resorting to cheating. It's sad. Christ, imagine being that caught up over a game, NRP, that you're cheating, despite the fact that you're like literally outnumbering the army anyway. I counted at least 70 or 80 packages that were taken without anyone going across the blue circle that raid.
Oh no.
NRP, if I do lag out, by the way, I'm just gonna grab my dinner. So, might get a lag out.
Was it? Not a lot of people, eh? I do I have to take another photo, do I?
Yes, please.
Oh, right, okay.
It just shows you who's turned up to the start of the raid, and then
Alright.
obviously who's actually turned up for the briefing. I like to look to see who's turning up to briefings and stuff like that, so they can get hopefully the next rank.
Can everyone salute, please?
Oh, you want to take it again? Sorry, I wasn't sure.
That's alright, mate. You take it whenever you need, NRP.
Yeah, right, I think I took that now. Oh, unless you want to take it here, I don't think I got Ghost in it.
To be fair, it's hard to get all the generals in the photo anyway, from where you're at.
Generals are all right, to be honest. It's more just the soldiers itself. You'll be able to,
Okay.
you'll only be able to get like a good 2, maybe 3 generals in, but
They're not big enough room, eh?
what I seem to do, Tuggy, when I'm taking it, I try and put the like stand where you are, but I try and put the camera in this top right corner.
Yeah, I mean, I took one. I don't know if it's going to be good, but I tried to.
Yeah, no, don't worry. Trying's better than anything really.
Doesn't need to be perfect. Don't worry, Tuggister.
But yeah, I think I got you all in just a minute ago, so.
Oh, Tuggy, can I just put my makeup on, please, just before you take it?
Oh, I gotta look beautiful, aren't you, sir?
Certainly do, sir.
Yeah, let me show a little bit of leg first. Want you to
Oh,
see my good side.
Hi, soldiers.
I mean, overall, I think obviously, like people were saying with the ghost packaging, it was a bit annoying because there was loads of them pushing, and then he had quite a few packages stolen, obviously, to the amount that we lost this one. But it's not our fault, obviously. Just can't bit out ghosting. We would have done decent, apart from a few gangs pushing. But I think we did good, really, considering it was my first raid. Well, first lead raid, should I say? Obviously, I still need to practice to do that. And I wasn't the best at picking. I should have put more in airport pack more because more gangs pushing. That's what I think. Yeah, I don't know if I have any more to say. I just think we did not too bad for how many of us there were. We did decent, considering.
So no, go on, Taylor. Sorry.
Okay. Sorry guys, I came late because I was about really busy with work. That's the reason why. But we did really great. Thank you guys for coming up for the raid, and please guys keep it up. This as I always say, this could keep you ranked up, and once your SP is full, as long as you keep attending the whole raid, you will definitely get ranked up. And don't mind the situation because I believe in myself that we will soon have many more soldiers to hire soon. Okay, guys, just keep it up and keep the good work.
Thank you for that, good sir. Apart from obviously the cheating and stuff like that, which can't be helped. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I like that there was a lot of gang members for us to give the opportunity to let a few bullets off at them. I think we did pretty well all the way through it. What more can we possibly do, really? When we're getting overmanned by the limited soldiers that we've got in front of us. Obviously, it's like anything, first raid of the new season as well, so it is going to get heavy for the next, I'd say, a good few days, and then obviously it'll start lighting off for us a little bit. But other than that, I think we've done absolutely spot on. And Tuggy, sir, I think you've done great. Don't ever put yourself down to think that because we lost the raid, was it you? I can tell you now, when I done my first raid, um, I pretty much had the same amount of soldiers as you did, to be honest. And we got absolutely smashed to the point where they were using EMS, green shields, shooting through walls, obviously hacking by ghosting. Um, we lost, and don't get me wrong, I did feel a little bit thingy about it. But it is when I done my second raid, I got 200 out of 200. We smashed it then. And it's just one of them things. Sometimes you're going to win some, sometimes you're going to lose some. And this is to all the soldiers who are in front of me right now. Yeah, we're going to win some, we're going to lose some, but doesn't make us any worse. You know what I mean? We are who we are, and we're great. We don't need to cheat and stuff like that. They need to cheat to win. So obviously keep turning out events. Obviously medals. Yeah, fair dues. We might not have got as many medals as we normally do, but we still got something. You know what I mean? We still get gifted in my eyes. But yeah, just keep turning out. Over you, mom. No, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not allowed to go. I'm only joking. Yeah, sure.
Yes, ma'am. I don't know. I don't know. I would imagine that it is there. I'm nearly on 700,000 now. And I appreciate you. Thank you. Appreciate that a lot.
George. Uh, Sorry, I keep knocking my mic. So do I have to go into DC now, ma'am, and stick in this report? So I'll try. I'll just have a look through DC now and try my best at it. Just I'll clock off for a minute and sort it out over there.
Sorry, someone's ringing me at the same time. Can you hear me? No, it's all good. Don't worry. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, that's what I mean with me. So it's like anything. Fair dues. All we like. So wait, I can't even get my words out. So basically, our responsibility is obviously to get people off the base. Once we take them at the south gate, it's down to us if we want to be nice and respectful to take them to the P. Which, to be honest, that's what I normally do anyways. Just out of respect. I know we don't have to, but it's something that I just like doing, just being nice. So yeah, that's what I do. Looking at that video, what was throwing me off a little bit was the fact that obviously, like, we can bend the rules and stuff like that as a general. Realistically, I mean, no generals can get away with certain parts to obviously soldiers. Rules are rules, and we've all got the same set of rules in my eyes. Yeah, definitely. That's what came to my light, because at first I was just thinking, well, there's nothing really happening in that video, but the bit where he turns around and says we can bend the rules a little bit is, to me, is like concerning to the point where, like, well, one, why are you saying it like that, and two, what rules are you referring to? Don't get me wrong, I can't imagine like he's saying like, oh, well, soldiers can't shoot through walls, but generals can. You know what I mean? But yeah, it can be quite concerning, like obviously how we portrayed that forward in my eyes. It just didn't sit well with me. Well, to be honest, I did give everyone a good briefing this morning. I thought it was actually pretty well. I did have it on body cam, but it's just a shame. When you body cam off your own device, NRP, you can't hear your voice on it type of thing, which is quite annoying because, yeah, I did address everything from the top to the bottom. Basically, if you are going to HP, make sure obviously you've got a general with you. Obviously, if you're going around the city, do not have your gun out. I don't care what... if you're changing weapons or if you're showing your weapons off or whatnot, you do not have your weapons out. The only time you have your weapon out is if you are getting shot at. Once you get shot at, you obviously basically put your macros up, and then obviously you basically defend yourself. The taser completely is... you're just not allowed your taser out at all, even if you're getting shot at or whatnot. Just your AK or your M4, only if you're getting shooted at. Yeah, I addressed absolutely everything. I even said going to DC. Obviously, there'll be a bit on there called free time. There's a bit on there called free time. Make sure that you put your name on there. Make sure what your exit time, and obviously when you come back. Yeah, I did if anything, I think I went on a bit too much about it. I went on it for a good 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and even then, when I had my say, I went back to, I think it was Demondre, and then it came back to me, and then obviously I kind of like repeated myself just to kind of drill it in. And he also turned around and said as well, make sure your body cams are on. If you do not have body cam on, you simple as you just cannot go out there. Yeah, you did actually. I did read it. You didn't spot on there, to be honest. Yeah. And that even goes with me as a general. So it's not even like saying, all right, soldiers, you do it. Like me, obviously being the DFG, I'd always have my body come on, and like I always say, it's for my own protection. You know what I mean? Because it's like anything. Yeah, I might think that I'm doing right, but there might be something that I might slip on or whatnot. So obviously, say for instance, if a video does get put towards me or whatnot, then obviously I could be like, right, okay, then this is what happened, because obviously I know people can edit or crop like certain bits out or whatnot. Then obviously I can show them my part and go, right, this is what I actually did. Fair dues, I might have done wrong, and I'm sorry, and I put my hands up. Hopefully, I pretty much know everything, anyways. You know what I mean? But just for an example of, like, say, for instance, if someone started shooting at me, but they said that I started shooting at them first, you know what I mean? So if they put that evidence forward and only clipped it to the part that I'm shooting at them, then it covers my own back to be like, no, they've clipped it from when I've started shooting at them, but they haven't showed you the part that they actually opened fired on me, and all I was trying to do was just defend myself. Yeah, definitely, 100%. Because it's like anything. How I can put, like, me and you were at the ranks where medals are pretty much nothing to us now. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's good to have the medals to obviously active, but realistically, there's what can you spend medals on? I've already got my AK. There's nothing else my medals need to be spent on. You know what I mean? But when it comes to I went off track a little bit. I just can't remember what I was getting at. What was I saying again? Yeah, see, what it is when, with me, I've got this. This is a level 12 AK, and this is a level 12 M4. This M4 has 40 bullets, so that's what I actually do. Don't get me wrong, I would have bought another AK, but considering I've got this one, obviously when I run need to reload or anything like that, and I'm in heavy situation, then obviously I will flip over this M4 as well. I just can't remember what I was getting at with the medals and that though. What were you saying beforehand though? Just so I can remember. There was something that I was see what it is with me. Sometimes I go off topic to get back onto topic. Like, if you know what I mean. Like, if there'd have been a reason why I was saying it to bring it back onto topic, I just can't remember what it was for. Just pretend I never even said anything. Yeah, I go well off topic sometimes and that, and I'm like, and then because I go too much off topic, I think too deep on it, and then I think, damn, what am I even saying now? To try and bring it back to what I was talking about, but it was like an example type of thing. I just can't remember where it was, but yeah. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I do agree with that. To be honest, like, and that goes with me as well. If obviously if the shoe was in the other foot and I was saying to soldiers, or well, rules can be bent. You know what I mean? To me, yeah, I'd own up, and obviously I'd expect to be punished for it. You know what I mean? I shouldn't have said it, and I know I shouldn't have said it. So, yeah. I am not too sure, to be honest. What I am going to do is I am going to be open with you. So it's like anything. Obviously, I was here when the old FG used to be around RV, and so we had a Discord group. I have now left that Discord group because I think it's absolutely silly that what's going on in there now. So it's like anything when and I will admit, you know what I mean. When obviously you came in, I was like, whoa, what the hell, you know what I mean? And it would be like that with anyone else because obviously I was good friends with Harvey. So obviously it's like anything, I kept it within that group itself. Yeah, a lot of it I did try and ignore, to be honest, like. But yeah, so I've left that group now, but obviously it's like anything, like there is a few people who are in that group, obviously. So I just want to put it towards you. And this is why I know for a fact they'll probably try and do something on me, which, whatever reason, I haven't slagged you off in any way. So when I was an RP overseas, obviously me and Aria, Arvi, obviously had like a little daft tit for tat. And obviously Mum White got involved. And Mum White is one of them people where once she opens her mouth and that, you just cannot get a word in. Apparently my gang doesn't like me no more and stuff like that when she's never really spoke to my gang. Apparently I've been threatening her and stuff like that. Bearing in mind as well, I begged her hard to put them print screens and RP within the chat. Because one thing I do not do is threaten girls, and that is a promise, you know what I mean? So I actually begged her, like literally begged her to put them print screens in there. She never put the print screens in there. She tried to change the topic over. So it's like anything. I know for a fact she definitely doesn't have them. But obviously, so going back to it, obviously overseas and RP. Obviously, I did declare war on their gang, which is called the Ghost Gang, over in Lamita, UK, and RP. And the amount of verbal, and I mean, funny enough, I've got it all on recording. I was recording off my other phone at the time, just so you can hear my response as well, because obviously going back to it, when it's body cam and you can't hear how you're acting type of thing. So I did, funny enough, I did video off my other phone and stuff like that. Yeah, she was saying, I'm going to tear you apart, going to take you out of DFG position and stuff like that. And it's like anything, you know what I mean? How can I put it? In a way, as much as, yeah, fair dues, I wanted to be a DFG, but I didn't realise how much Discord work goes with it, if you know what I mean. And it's like anything, I just, NRP, want to come on the game, shoot a few people, and, you know, and obviously it is about building up the ranks and stuff like that. I don't want to be FG. Yeah, I'll keep as DFG, you know what I mean? But that's where I want to be, and this is where I want to sit type of thing. So it's like anything. I'm just obviously giving you the heads up. Obviously, these are going to try and rock the boat left, right, and centre, and all that, like they did with Holden and like they did with Lillian as well. Which obviously is a bit of a shame, but it's just one of them things. Yeah, but I'd like to say that obviously the more, so obviously when you first came in, I was just thinking like myself, WTH and RP, or WTF and RP, and I think everyone was like that, you know what I mean, Taylor? And it'd be like that if the shoe was on the other foot. I'd expect you to be the same with me as well. Like, what the hell? You know what I mean? So obviously at the start, yeah, I did rock the boat and all that, but I'd like to say that the more the days I've came on and obviously you've been on and stuff like that, I've enjoyed it more. And that's hand on heart. I've enjoyed it more now than I have then, if you know what I mean. Yeah, no, I do 100% know where you're coming from and all that, because it's like anything when obviously like someone comes into power, you're like, I was thinking it myself, and I'll be open and honest. And it's like out with anything, even NRP in real life, obviously about work. If your supervisor leaves and then a new supervisor comes, you sat there and you're thinking, "Damn, is this going to be better? Is it going to be worse? Is it going to be strict? Is it going to be more fun?" And you know what I mean. And it's like that. It's just normality. You know what I mean? Because you just sat there thinking, is things going to completely change dramatically to the point where I'm thinking, damn, I need to go type of thing now because it's not how it used to be and stuff like that. So I'll be open, and it's just normality. Where at first when you came in, I was like, damn, shit, what's going to happen type of thing? Is it going to get better? Is it going to get worse and stuff like that? But what I did actually enjoy was the fact that obviously when you did come in, we were doing bumper cars and obviously AP. So obviously that brought a little bit of fun. And what actually did make me smile a little bit when we were in the brief there is when you turned around and said, obviously, we're going to have a car show. You know what I mean? That's something like it's fun. You get a. I like to spend time with EMS and PD because it's the bond between the factions. Um, I understand we feel like we've lost it a little bit with them, but that's because obviously a new FG, obviously you're busy, you're going to need to do your own stuff and stuff like that for the time being. But obviously you had a meeting with obviously EMS today. I don't know if PD was there, but you had a meeting with them, so obviously that's going to gain the bond back, so that's obviously good, you know what I mean? So no, I did actually enjoyed it, the fact that you turned around and said, oh, we're going to be with EMS and PD tomorrow, and obviously be able to like show our cars off and then have a little bit of a dance and get to know each other and obviously build that bond back again, you know what I mean? But yeah, some of the stuff that she was saying to me on the well, this is all, it was in VM, and I had two people overseas and RP. One of them said, are you going to let her speak to you like that? And the other one turned around and said, she is crazy, she is nuts. One of them I kind of know, not fully, but the other one is a complete random stranger, which obviously I've got print screens of them as well. So it just shows you the amount of verbal she was giving to me. And bearing in mind, I didn't even open my mouth on her as well. The amount of verbal she was giving me for two people who were there at that time. And RP overseas, I know this has got nothing to do with it in a way. Um, they were like messaging me as well, you know what I mean? So yeah, I just thought obviously I'd open it up, and then obviously it's like anything. Oh yeah, because that was another thing. This is what made me laugh as well. Apparently, she is going to let me. Well, she's apparently going to put the evidence of me being in that Discord group because it's obviously ex-soldiers. So obviously, I started laughing and all that. I said, "What do you mean?" I said, "The gang was there. I mean, the group was there before. Well, when FG was in place, and it's always been there. There's no gang affiliation, and if anything, that would be classes. Um, would it be metagaming? I'm not. No. It would not be metagame. I don't know what it would be, but that's Discord. You don't bring Discord on here. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I did start laughing when she did turn around and say, "Oh, well, I'll take you out with DFG because obviously you're in the Discord group with obviously ex-soldiers and potential gang members and that." And I was like, "Yeah, but that's not gang affiliation. Gang affiliation is if I was hanging around with you and stuff like that. Because I'm speaking to you over in a group does not mean gang affiliation in my eyes." No, but they are in the group as well, you know. So I did say to them, did obviously Taylor have a word with you and stuff like that? And they turned around and said, no. Was she expecting it? I said, well, yeah. She just turned around and said, obviously when he's come back, drop her a message or something like that. I might have got the message mixed up. I'm not too sure. I'm sure you did say something like that though. I think. All right. So yeah, I did say it right then. Yeah, no, I understand because you said that you were at the hospital as well anyway. So no, I know that obviously you're not feeling the best anyways, to be honest. Like, but yeah, I was in the Discord. There was obviously me, D, Sanchez, White, Ronnie, Empire, which is Reggie, and then Avi. But when she said that, I just started laughing, and I was like, "Is this how low you are trying to scoop to try and remove me?" And I just thought, and then I even said to her as well, I said, what other evidence and you've got and stuff like that? She was like, oh, well, I've got evidence. I was like, no, you've just told me that you've got that evidence. What other evidence have you potentially got that you could hold against me? Oh, well, I've got evidence and stuff like that. And I just thought, nah, you're only doing that to try and threaten me. Think, oh, crap, you know what I mean? It's one of them things, what evidence you've got, fire them over. I even said to her, because she even turned around and said, oh, you're going to get banned. So I was like, right, well, okay then, start putting the tickets in. No, you don't tell me when to put the tickets in. I'll put the tickets in whenever. And I turned around and said, well, and put the tickets in whenever, but don't threaten me. You say that you're going to get me banned NRP and not do it. You know what I mean? I'm telling you to do it, and then obviously I'll get banned and take the punishment for it. But yeah, I think a lot of it is just to make me think, oh, what evidences you got and stuff like that, because you wouldn't give one or two evidences and then the rest you just hold from me in my eyes. You would say, well, look, I've got this evidence. And then I'd be like, oh, crap, she has actually got a lot on me, you know what I mean? But other than that, the evidence that she got me, I'm not really bothered over. What? Because I'm in a gang on a Discord group. I keep saying gang because I'm in a group on a Discord group, Discord, an RP. So yeah, fire away type of thing, really. Yeah, no, you're exactly right there. To be honest, I do feel. Well, I'll admit they are gunning for you. They are gunning for you, and I know for a fact because I've opened my mouth up, and I have now left the group. I know for a fact they're going to be gunning for me as well. So that's why I said, like, well, you know yourself, anyways. Just keep your macros there, put your body cams on, and then there's no ifs or no buts or no nothings. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'll openly admit they are gunning for you, and I know for a fact they are going to be gunning for me now. Yeah, it's a shame though, really, because you should be able to defend yourself, but because people can do all sorts, even like the likes of AI and RP nowadays. You know what I mean? I know, obviously, I don't know if people can do that with AI, but just the amount of stuff like technology wise you can do with stuff, and you know what I mean. Sometimes it's not even worth it type of thing, and sometimes you just take the bullets and think, right, fair dues. If you want to try and scoop that low, then be my guest type of thing. You know. But it's even the fact that obviously because we were having the argument on Discord, obviously I went over Lamita and RP, and obviously I was talking to a girl over there, like about a car. Funny enough, I think is it out on this one? It's the Corsair. Oh yeah, so it's Drive to Freedom, the Corsair one. So obviously I always buy try your luck cars and all that. So obviously she was speaking to me saying, "Oh, have you bought it?" I was like, "No, no." I was like, "Have you?" And she was like, "Yeah, I'll show you it," and stuff like that. I was like, "Oh, it's been out before that, blah blah blah." So we were having a good 15-20 minute conversation. Bearing in mind, I've left this group now. She then comes over and starts shooting at me. I'm like, my God, what you doing and stuff like that. And then the amount of verbal that came out of her mouth, lucky enough, I killed her anyways. You know what I mean? I sent her HP. So obviously then I got rejoined back into the group, and obviously I just turned around and said, like, look, like you can clearly see that I'm living in your head rent free and stuff like that. Me, I was speaking to someone about cars and stuff like that. You sat there and you waited until the moment I couldn't kind of defend myself. Well, you waited for the moment that you could try and kill me, should I say, sorry. And obviously it failed, you know what I mean? And then obviously I just left the group completely. So yeah. Yeah, I just thought I'd be open about obviously of the just what's gone on type of thing, you know what I mean? It's better to be open about it, and obviously you know the thingy. So if ever comes to light and she'd be like, yeah, but Jordan's in the Discord group. Yeah, I know about it. All right, well, are you not going to do anything about? Well, I already know about it. What do you want me to do about it? You know what I mean? Instead of being like, oh, well, George's in the Discord group, and you'll be like, what? Where? What's being said and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like I say, majority of it, it's obviously just been just talking amongst ourselves and what we're going to be doing, and stuff like that, or like overseas NRP type of thing. Because it's like anything. I'm not gonna lie, Taylor. Obviously, when you came out, like I said, like I was thinking like, what the hell and stuff like that. But like I said, the more I think personally, yeah, you're a nice girl, and you're just doing what anyone would do. You know what I mean? You applied for the position and you got it. What's the problem? So don't get me wrong. There was a few times, obviously, they were saying, "Oh, can you do this? Can you do that?" and all that. And I just turned around and said, "No, no." And then it just come to the point where I just ended up opening my mouth for them and just said, "Look, this is wrong. This." Yeah. No, I'm the same as well. I prefer people to tell me my what I've done wrong or whatnot, then obviously I can correct it and obviously become a better person because you know what I mean. Like no one's perfect anyway. So yeah, if I've said something wrong or if I've done something wrong, I'd rather someone address it and then let me keep on doing it wrong. So I would rather let someone address it and be like, look at Jord, the way you spoke then was a bit rude. And then I'd be like, right, okay, I'm sorry about that. Obviously, next time I'll make sure if I need to do it again, or need to say it again, I'll say it in a better way or a better manner or a better attitude or you know what I mean? So yeah, I would rather people address me and be serious and be upfront about it than obviously hide it away from me and obviously lie or talk behind my back type of thing, you know what I mean? But yeah, I just wanted to clear it up with you, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I think you're doing a spot on job. I really do think you're a good spot on job. But I feel like what they're trying to do is they're trying to wipe you out so Ivy can go back, or one of them can go back, and then obviously, well, I feel like they're gonna gun for me as much now, to be honest, like as much as they're doing to you, and then obviously just take back over power, really. Which, like I say, out in all theory, how can I look at? I'm not bothered if I'm a recruit to a sergeant to a private to a captain to a hard hat. Yeah, it's good because I like to look good within the game. Like, why would you not want to be looking good in a suit? You know what I mean? I'd rather look good in a suit than just an army uniform. You know what I mean? So I was happy with just being an MG or an LG or even a CG. You know, so I was more than happy just to stay where I was, or even to get demoted, as long as I've got that suit type of thing, or even a hard hat. I don't mind looking like a hard hat. I think hard hats look pretty cool, and happy to me. So yeah, I feel like they're going to gun for you. Well, they are gunning for you, I will say, and I know for a fact they are going to be gunning for me. So just basically, yeah, I'm just saying, keep your head up, and obviously, yeah. Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, of course, you know what I mean. It's even like that with me and stuff like that, where they were like saying, "Oh, I don't deserve where I am, and if it wasn't for Avi, then I wouldn't be where I am," and stuff like that. And I was like, "No, no, no, it doesn't work like that. Yeah, Avi has helped me because she is an FG. That is kind of her responsibility to help me. Even like the suits, they're supposed to help me. Anyone's supposed to help anyone, in fact. You know what I mean? What? Because obviously she's helped me. Does not mean that I shouldn't be where I am. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I still turned up to briefs. I still turned up to raids. I still led raids. I still done my screening and my interviews and so on. I still done it myself. You know what I mean? She told me what to do, and I just done it. You know what I mean? So it's not like she's like NRP came onto my phone and done a few watches for me or whatever. You know what I mean? That just doesn't happen. So yeah, even though that, yeah, like I say, she has helped me, but majority of it I've done myself. And yeah, fair dues, I came in, and that was another thing as well. I don't have experience and stuff like that. And I said, yeah, but at the end of the day, I'll admit I probably don't have experience to be a DFG, but obviously at least I'm trying. And at the end of the day, yeah, there might be some stuff that I might not know, but at the end of the day, if someone can teach me and tell me about them stuff to know, then obviously then I could next time give that advice to someone else who wants to be a DFG, or you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, it's all about helping each other in my eyes. And yeah, and I said, well, yeah, when you become a DFG, there might have been stuff that you don't know. You know what I mean? It's just one of them things. How I look at it is obviously an RP. If you go into a gym, you're not going to start lifting 500 kilograms. Obviously, you start small and then you build yourself up. And obviously, that's what I've done. Started from a recruit, and I'd like to say that I've built myself up because of the stuff that I've done, and obviously helped people out, and then obviously trained people and stuff like that. I've done as much help to others as the help that I've got from others as well. Yeah, 100%. Like I do 100% agree with that as well. I get told, and this is not just blowing my head up or anything. Like I get told that obviously I wear my heart up on my sleeve. I'd like to say that I always do things more than I should for others. You know, if someone's struggling, then obviously I help them. If people don't know, then obviously I'll help them. I help people as to the best I possibly can, really, whether it's obviously in game or obviously IRL NRP. So yeah, no, I do agree with that. And so was it you who I done the interview with, and you were talking about you've got a dog, haven't you? Yeah, because don't get me wrong, I can remember us having that conversation, but I was thinking, who was that person who I was having the conversation with? Even though that I bumped into you, even though that I bumped into you a few times now, I just couldn't recall it back to, was it actually you or was it not you? I thought it was, a bit of me thought it was Lillian who I was having that conversation with, or it was a bit of Harley Quinn. I knew it was one of three of yous, but I just couldn't remember, and obviously I just didn't want to come out, but obviously while we were talking about that, I just thought may as well. Yeah, of course, man.
Damn.
Yeah, no, of course, don't worry about it. But yeah, I can remember having a conversation with someone. I just couldn't remember who I was recalling having that conversation with. So I was stuck between all three of his thinking. Like I can remember what he was saying, obviously with the suit. So do you know what it is? I'm actually glad that it was actually you. And look at here you are. You know what I mean? You're in a suit. The thing is, as well, though, how I look at it as well, even if you didn't have the experience, how do you get the experience? I can't remember what I was saying now, to be honest. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. No, I'm glad to see you in the suit because it's like anything, obviously. Yeah, obviously, I know you've got the experience and stuff like that. But personally, to me, because how can I put it? Even though that I've been in the army, IRL and RP, a lot of the experience that I know is just because obviously IRL and RP. You know, so that did help a lot. But when that FG position came available, I didn't even apply for it, to be honest. Like, I think what it was because obviously more Avi. I wanted just Avi to go back to obviously where she was because I did thought like she would end up just going back because obviously she retired. I just thought because there was no blacklisted or she never got repped out or reps or anything like that. I just thought they could have brought her back in. So me being me, I was just respectful for it. Nah, I can't allow me to apply for it when she's gone type of thing. You know what I mean? Because each to their own and stuff like that. But obviously I was CG at the time. And don't get me wrong. I was happy being the CG. 'Cause I think a lot of it, I didn't realize how much Discord, like, you have to more or less check Discord all the time to see what the reps are, see if there's any faction leaders chats or just chats in general. And then, you know what I mean? With issues now than the DG. But obviously, it's like anything, obviously, that would go to the likes of obviously a DFG. So I didn't realize a lot of it was like actually paperwork. But I mean, it's all about learning, you know what I mean? I can't sit there and say, "Oh, well, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that," and all that because I don't know how to do it. I'd rather reach out and say, "Look, I don't know how to do it. Can you teach me how to do it?" And then obviously, then I learn how to do it. You know what I mean?
Anyone found using the walkie-talkie to play will definitely receive a reprimand. Okay, please, guys, keep this professional.
I like that response. To be honest, like. But it's 100% not 100% not me or you, anyways, because we stood there right in front of each other. It's not thingy because it's not Ghost because obviously the music was in the background as he was speaking, not coming from it like East New York. You know what I mean? I mean, what time is it now? It's 5:08. I mean, we can request body cam footage, but are they going to have it on type of thing? Yeah. No. It's like anything. Obviously, we all have our suspicions of like in life, anyways. You know what I mean? So no, that's just normality, and to have suspicions of thinking it's someone. It's not saying it is, but you can always assume that it could be someone. That's just normal. That. If I can remember rightly, you did say that you were when you were police warden, like a prison warden. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, Vivian Boy and Sharon and please report to Southgate.
Yeah, I was going to say what we say in England, we say wardens. So like fair dues, you'd have a prison guard, but we would say like a prison warden. Yeah, no, no, it is. I'm actually glad that it was you having a conversation with because it's like
Officer,
anything.
once you're done, please report to Southgate.
Just wanna get the officer. When I
Oh,
when
Vivian
we
Boy,
spoke
where
on
you?
obviously
Where's the
through the radio
20?
'cause it puts me off
Report to
topic
Southgate,
sometimes.
sir.
Damn, what was I going to say? Yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, so like it's like anything when I'm doing interviews, I always like to have like a little daft conversation beforehand to have the interview, just to kind of get to know them, or even have like a daft conversation afterwards to obviously like get to know them and stuff like that. So a lot of the interviews that I have done, majority of the people don't really have that much of a conversation. It's just like right, okay, then right, okay, bye, type of thing. But with you, on the other hand, obviously, I felt like there was more of a conversation there. So no, I actually enjoyed that, to be honest. It's good though, isn't it? Because IRL and RP, that's what you would be doing if you were interviewing or if you were getting interviewed by obviously like a new company or whatever. Obviously, they like to get to know you and stuff like that. What do you do in your free time, or who do you live with, and it's just like a little daft chat type of thing. How I would call it. Well, it's not daft, but that's how I'd say. But like, it's just a conversation of getting to know that person. To be honest. Yeah, and I'm glad you actually said that as well. Actually, it's just brought back. So it was a bit of a funny moment actually with obviously one of the admins. So obviously I don't know if you've probably seen it, but I ranked up Katniss into a hard hat because she was a soft hat. So I ranked her up into a hard hat. And obviously, Karma put in the DC group and RP was basically like, oh, he wasn't like strict or he wasn't like being arsy about it or anything. I was just like, oh, it just saves uh, someone else could have had that position who is actually RPing and stuff like that. So yeah, I just thought I'd bring it up. But obviously, I know for a fact that you'd probably have seen it anyways. Like, but yeah, I thought when it comes to the admins and stuff, because don't get me wrong, overseas in RP, over in Lamita, in the UK, they do get ranked up. I'm not sure all the way to gen suits, but I know that they are hard hats as well. So yeah, I just thought it'd be the same over here because I know it's like anything. Obviously, say for instance, Mr. Empire. Now I know Mr. Empire from obviously overseas NRP. Even though that I say for instance, like he needs ranking up now, I wouldn't just go on there and be like, right, yeah, you get ranked up because I know you. No, you got to still do what everyone else does, obviously by attending a training and doing this like A, B, and C, and then you get your rank up and you go to briefing after the raid. It's not one rule for one and one rule for another. You know what I mean? So yeah, when it comes to the admins and stuff like that, I just thought because obviously admins don't come all briefs anyways. I just thought obviously they just got automatically get ranked up. So yeah, I do agree that obviously I mean I do accept And they didn't see no harsh feelings over it or anything like that. They had a little bit of a laugh type of thing, which I thought was pretty funny, to be honest. But yeah, I just thought I'd bring it up to you, but obviously you know about it. Yeah, because that's what I was like. I was like, what happens with admins and do they want to be hard hats? I know obviously probably not put them into gen suits because obviously gen suits are more limited than hard hats. Because I'm sure with hard hats you can still have up to I don't know how many people, but I know you can have quite a few hard hats. You know what I mean? And at this present moment, we are a pretty small faction in a way. Well, we've still got the numbers. It's just not many people are active. Fair dues might have like 15 some raids, but it's just one of them things. So yeah, when it come to like obviously ranking them up, I just thought, oh, I'll just rank them up, and obviously it was Katniss anyways. Yeah, I do agree with that, to be honest, because how I look at it is now, obviously, NRP overseas, I'm a gang leader. So when I look at my gang, and if they're, don't get me wrong, originally it was, what was it? I'm sure it was 10 days, if I can remember rightly, it was 10 days. And I thought, for someone to not be online for 10 days, I understand people go on holidays and stuff like that, but 9 out of 10, they'd probably just tell you, like, look, I'm going on holiday. And obviously, I'd be like, yeah, obviously, you're going to be inactive. So obviously, that would be like basically permission granted type of thing. Um, but then when people are not being active for a good solid 10 days, to me, it just seems like one, they've downloaded the game, NRP, and it's not really for them, so they're never going to come back. Or it's like anything to see a new server up and running. So they think, oh, I'll jump on, see what it's like. And then basically, once again, falls back to it's not for me type of thing, so I'm never going to come online type of thing. So yeah, I think I had mine to 10 days and I did drop it down to 7 days, obviously, NRP overseas. But to be honest, I think I'm going to be dropping mine down to a good 3 to 5 days, to be honest, like, because even 7 days for a full week is still quite high, anyways. But obviously, ours is a week, anyways, on here. So, yeah, no, I do agree with that to obviously lower it a little bit more than it is, like, because I think 7 days is. It's not hard to come online even for daft 20 minutes. Like how I put it is, yeah, if I do 12-hour shifts at work.
Oh,
Sometimes 13 on, 1 off, or sometimes it can be 10-hour shifts, weekend on, weekend off. So I can be all hella busy, like hella busy. But I'd always somewhere within that day or two, I will make sure that I'm basically available. Even if I come on and do 10 minutes or 20 minutes, at least I've still came online to show my face. But if someone hasn't been on for a solid 2 weeks or a week or 10 days or 7 days or whatever, to me, it just feels like they're not really bothered about the game no more, and then they're never coming back, or for whatever reason, you know what I mean, NRP. Yeah, I'll just quickly because I was talking, so I haven't seen what's going on now. I'm doing what is I'm coming now. I drive is okay, negative. I tell fiddle no, still fiddle dancing. 10 foul and fiddle squings. Yeah. 10 4, man. I was thinking that, I was like, What's she doing?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. He wants to go do his watch. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, I asked him to stop though. But he did stop at the time before continuing. Oh, ma'am, I was not on body cam. I was actually eating, so I was not body cam. Yes. Oh, the reason why I didn't use my body cam, no, I'm using an iPhone, so the storage is not occupied. So I have to like log out and delete a few body cam that I have of about yesterday and day before I could do a new one. Because I don't actually keep them on since we have no intruders or any gang members. So yeah, I'll try creating a YouTube page. Then I'll start doing this. And and I noticed one thing: Vivian Boy does not make use of his mic because I don't know. Maybe he could speak fluent English because I did ask him a question. He's typing or something else. Because the few times I've interrogated him, like asking him a few questions, he only types. He haven't used a mic since I have seen him in the base. I just don't want to say anything because I was not the one who issue him or doing an interview to him. So that's why I just like didn't say anything about it.
Yeah, of course, man. Take care, man.
Okay.